And the revolution rolls on. In the whole history of human civilization, we have been subjected to small groups of people that have chosen to rule us without our consent. We've had monarchs, we've had dictators, we've had all kinds of oppression that does not represent the majority of the people's desire to be free and to live as free people. The rare exception of America was that a group of guys got together and said, enough's enough. We will not stand for this any longer. We will establish ourselves as free men and women according to a set of principles. And those principles are their greatest gift to us. More than the freedom that they left us and the country that they left us, the abiding principles in the Constitution state that we can survive as free men and women as long as we remember, fight for those principles, and defend them. This is an unheralded moment in American politics. We haven't had a statesman like Ron Paul almost since the beginning, with rare exceptions throughout our history. We haven't really been inspired by anyone that's been what you could really honestly consider to be a patriot. We haven't had a movement like this in almost since forever, since the beginning. With a few brief exceptions, we have not really had a true patriot that is actually running for a significant office in this country. And the freedom that he inspires with his message is something that's unheralded. And we are so excited to be part of that and to share that with everybody in our community that there's nothing stopping us now. What distinguishes Ron Paul the most from all the other candidates?
I would say that he has a proven track record. You can go back 30 years and find out what his voting record was. He's a 100% perfect constitutional voting record. So there's been times when he's voted, he might have been the only person that voted yes or no on an issue or a bill, just on principle. And I think he's a man that says what he means and means what he says. You don't have to guess what he's thinking or what he stands for. He's definitely not a person who would change his position based on what is going to make him more popular. So I think you can't say that about any other candidate. He's a champion of the Constitution.
Top thing Ron Paul distinguishing from all the other candidates, Obama included, is the fact that he's the only one who's actually talking about rolling back the national security state and actually paying attention to the Constitution. As a matter of fact, you could probably roll up all his major distinguishing features from all the other candidates with that one thing, that he actually pays attention to what the Republic is supposed to actually behave like, as opposed to just you know, throwing the Constitution under the bus for whatever happens to be your pet favorite project, be it you know, bombing people in the Mideast, or you know, providing health care to everybody and their brother.
Hi, I think Ron Paul is different from all the other candidates because he is the only anti-war candidate. He would rather settle things through diplomacy than, and he believes in a strong defense rather than an aggressive option for foreign policy. He's a non-interventionalist. He believes in a strong defense for this country, but he doesn't want to be the aggressor or the police of the world. Unlike all the other candidates who want to favor undeclared wars, Ron also believes in abiding by our Constitution, and if we feel the need to enter into war, then it has to be done in the proper manner, which would be getting it approved through Congress and the Senate. And that's all laid out in our constitutions.
What I think separates Ron Paul from the whole rest of the candidates is that he's actually educated, and all the rest of the candidates, they make campaign promises while they're campaigning, yet they really have no education backing those promises, and they really have no idea what they can do to provide real solutions. An example of this is Ron Paul's stance on the Federal Reserve. And if you've noticed, he's brought up the Federal Reserve, and that has sparked other candidates to bring it up. However, education on the Federal Reserve, while Ron Paul does, and he's an economist. Also, Ron Paul is very educated on a lot of other things that he has stood strong for over 30 years now, and he reads many books. He's a scholar, unlike everyone else who's making promises that they can't keep.
He likes it upside down.
You like it upside down? Well, here, how about that? There we go. We got it on. Oh, there we go. Excellent. Say, vote Ron Paul.
That's how Ohio rolls.
And you're over 10 and watch CNN and believe everything you're in.